one of my classmates tried to do something sus. My classmate liked me. It's a girl. I'm straight, so I didn't like her. She asked me to be her girlfriend. And stupid 8-year-old me said yes. During PE, she said, "Let's kiss." I said no. Like, girl, I never wanted to be with you in the first place. And now you wanted to kiss me? But she got really close to me, so I ran away. I never tell anyone this story, and now she ignores me because I told one of her besties that she likes Charlie Puth. I don't get it. Why are you so embarrassed about liking Charlie Puth? This old man used to call me baby. So I was like 13 years old and my little sister is 10 years old. When we went to like grocery shopping or something at Mart with our dad, there was always this one old man passing by Mart. I can tell by his look he was like 50 or something, but he definitely looks old. Just right after or before grocery shopping, he would go like, "Oh, hi baby. Mister, I am 13 years old." It was like kind of embarrassing, you know? Yeah, he's all good. He doesn't do anything harm at all. He was really kind. He called me that probably because he just adored me and all. But baby? My little sister and I would always stare at each other like, what he say? Besides that, he was all good. And it's kind of worrying how he always carries his baby toy around. I kind of think he has some kind of mental illness. I don't know really. I never really got to know him. We stopped seeing him for about 2 years now. I think my dad has a really good relationship with him. So, okay, bye-bye.
I hate when you're like in class and you have the most sorest of tummy and your head is like burning and stuff. But then you say to the teacher, I really don't feel well. All I want to do is go home. Like, you're literally in tears. And she's like, I don't know if I believe you. It's like, what? What? I am standing here in tears, I'm about to throw up, and you're saying you don't believe me? Does it look like I'm pretending? Because it does it for me. Teachers these days. Okay, bye.
I made my teacher cry. Story time. When I was in 2nd grade, I had this teacher and she was the devil, and we're gonna name her Miss Jackson. And the reason I call her a devil is because she would say really mean things to me to my face. She would be like, "Ty, stop talking like that, you sound like a little girl." Or, "Your favorite color can't be pink, you have to choose one of the boy colors." And since I was so young, I didn't understand how serious these things were, and I didn't know I can get her in trouble. And I would go home sad like every single day. Eventually my mom noticed and she asked me what was wrong. So I told her some of the things that Miss Jackson would say to me, and my mom was mad. And my mom was like, "The next time she says something to you, say something rude back, and if you get in trouble, I'll handle her from there." So I was like, okay, I'll do it. Now, Miss Jackson was a heavy lady, so I knew if I said something rude to her, it would be about her weight. So I'm in school eating lunch with my friends who happen to be girls, and Miss Jackson comes up to me and she's like, "Shouldn't you be eating with the boys?" So I looked at her and I was like, "Shouldn't you be eating a salad?" And the lunchroom started laughing, and then she started crying.
Story time on my savage mom. So I was really bored because my sister was at Great Wolf Lodge for a birthday party with her friend, and so my mom and I decided to go to the mall. So we arrived, we walked in, and we decided to go get some Auntie Anne's pretzels. The worker was like, "Oh, is that your daughter?" And my mom was like, yeah, why?" And I was like completely confused because I was like, maybe 8. And he was like, "Oh, well, it doesn't look like it. I think I might have to call the cops." My mom like flipped out, like, I don't know. And she was like all going off of him and like being rude. And he was like, "I don't like your personality." And my mom like completely roasted him. And she was like this: "Yeah, well, I have multiple personalities and none of them like you." And the man got arrested for adoption abuse.
I found my mom's credit card, and being a 6-year-old, I saw my mom putting the credit card on her phone, and I knew how she did it. So I decided that I was gonna put it on my phone. So I put it on my phone, and I was downloading Roblox because I thought, hey, I can play with my friends here. That day, I spent $2,000 worth of freaking money on Robux. Let's just say a lot of my friends thought I was really cool and rich. When my mom found out, I hid from her seriously like a day, and then once I got in there, she wasn't mad. She just said I was Captain Robux.
Truly want to cry. So if you didn't know, I have a sister and her name's Ashley, and we both have boyfriends. And every night we both fall asleep on the phone with our boyfriends. So one day we're all hanging out and we're like just talking, and my sister's boyfriend looks at me and he's like, "You need to stop going into your sister's room in the middle of the night." And I look at him and I'm like, "What are you talking about? I don't have a reason to go into her room. Like I don't go into her room, especially in the middle of the night." Then my boyfriend hops in the conversation and he's like, no. He's like, "No, I hear Ashley go into Kayla's room every night and stare at her." So me and my sister both look at each other and we're like, we don't go into each other's rooms, do we? And we agreed that we do not. So for months, somebody or something has been going into me and my sister's room for about 15 minutes every night and watching us sleep.
I almost drowned? It was during summer break. I was taking swimming lessons. After my lessons, my mom will always let me swim, but not in the deep side. One day, 7-year-old me decided to be so dumb. I went on the deep side, like it was really deep, and I almost drowned. I think the lifeguard was scrolling through TikTok like, "What are you doing there? You're supposed to help me. Not just watching this TikTok and watch me suffocate in the deep water." Like, what? I had to get on my tippy toes and jump to make it to the other side. And we never went back there again. How I almost got kidnapped. I was 5. I had just gotten a new scooter for my birthday. I loved it so much. And one day, I was just like, "Mom, make me macaroni and cheese." And my mom said, "No, you had that last week. Today, we're having Mexican food." So I got mad at her and I went to my room. And then I was really, really bored. So I said, "Mom, I'm going outside with my brand new scooter." She said, "Okay, I'll come with you. We'll go outside for 10 minutes and then we'll come back for lunch." It was just me and my mom at the time. We go outside and I'm just scootering back and forth on the pavement. And my mom screams, "Oh my God, the food is burning." And so she goes inside and says, "Make sure you stay right in front of the house." But of course, I didn't. Once my mom goes back inside, I start scootering pretty fast down the road. I pass a man and a woman, and I just smile politely and keep going. Once I was past them, they screamed, "Wait up!" And I just turned around and I said, "What?" They said, "Hey, follow me, little girl." And I just shook my head and went the opposite direction of them. So I was getting farther and farther away from my mom. They started chasing after me, and I was going as fast as I could with my scooter. Threw the scooter on the yard and went inside as fast as I could. My mom said, "What?" And I told her the whole story and sat down on the couch. She said that she'd call the cops. I looked outside the window, I saw that my scooter was taken. My mom promised me to get another scooter, so I was happy. The cops caught the 2 people trying to kidnap me.
Who remembers in primary school, it would be home time and all the parents are standing outside waiting for the teacher to let you go. And then suddenly a very, very serious crime happens in the classroom. Your teacher has discovered that there is one glue stick without a lid on it. She would say, "Excuse me everyone, where is the missing glue stick lid? You are not leaving until somebody finds it." Everyone is on their hands and knees, desperate to find the stupid piece of plastic. Like love, it's only a piece of plastic. Nobody wants to steal it, no one wants to sell it. It's worthless.
Okay, let's get things straight. Don't tell me your parents don't do this. Let's say they're like, "Oh, can you do the laundry please? Like, it will take you only a minute." First of all, no it won't. That's just a big fat lie. Second of all, I just don't want to do the laundry. I'm really lazy. After you say no, they literally full on start blackmailing you. "If you do the laundry, I'll buy you McDonald's. If you do the laundry, you can stay on your phone for as long as you want, and I won't take it away. I swear this is the last time I'll ask you to do anything." Okay, well obviously I'm gonna believe my parents because they're my parents. But then when I'm finally done with the laundry and I'm like, "Oh, finally I can lay in my soft comfy bed and continue watching my movies," guess what happens? From downstairs, I then hear my mom, "Sweetie, come downstairs, I need your help." Didn't you just say you won't ask me to do anything after I do the laundry? Obviously I'm lazy, so I scream out of my bed, "Mom, what do you want?" There's no reply. I scream her name again, no reply. I then obviously run downstairs, and I ask my mom what she needs help with. Then she just randomly starts screaming at me and says that I don't do anything around the house and she has to do everything herself.
Teachers be like, "Oh, you can't wear makeup, you can't wear jewelry, you can't dress how you want, you can't paint your nails, you can't do this, you can't do that, blah, 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 blah." And if you live in the UK, you'll know that on the 8th of March we're going back to school after the lockdown. Over that lockdown, I've been wearing makeup, I've been wearing whatever clothes I want, I've been painting my nails, I've been wearing jewellery. Has it affected my learning in any way? No! And then teachers come back saying like, oh, but we need to set the boundaries somewhere. We'll set the boundaries somewhere. Make boundaries. But like, let teenagers express themselves. Wearing a necklace will not affect my learning. All of a sudden, oh no, I painted my nails white. Oh my god, all of a sudden, wait, what's 2 plus 2? I don't even know. Let me take the nail polish off. Right, now I know what 100 times 1 million is. Oh, yippee!
I had a kid at my school that was so mean. So one day I was minding my own business and she was like, hey, it's my turn to hurt you. And I was like, what? So she hit me and I was like, that wasn't bad. I didn't hurt her, by the way. And so the next day she came up to me at recess and she was crying. And her friends looked mad at me. Then she was like, OMG, you hit me. So I was explaining that I bumped into her. Her friends were like, oh. So I am in class the next day wearing my friend's hair and she comes up to me and is like, you're hurting her. I had enough at this point, so I bit her arm when she stuck it out. The time when I was in kindergarten, I didn't talk much, but somehow it's very aggressive. So one time I was playing with my toys and a random boy who's older than me a bit came up to me and snatched my toy away from me. I was so pissed, so I beat him up. The second day, he cut the line where I was waiting for something. Then I beat him up again. So after that day, whenever I saw him, I would beat him up. My father will always be called to come to the kindergarten school, and I only tell him the reason when I was back at home. He wasn't mad at me though. One time I beat up the boy so bad, he had to switch to another class to avoid me. Okay, back at my old school, one of my friends went to school wearing some leggings with mesh strip on both sides. They were very school appropriate and went down to her ankles. But when we were walking to class, the teacher stopped her and said, do your parents know you wore that to school? We both looked at her. Wore what to school? My friend asked. Those revealing legendary show area above your knee. Like literally, showed 1 inch above her kneecap. You shouldn't even see the skin. She got dress coded anyways.